All right, metalheads, this is DJ R.E.M, and I have the band Crimson Shadows on the line. How you guys doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. I was just, and this is no joke, I just sat here and was listening. I just got done listening to the whole EP, and I just started listening to the couple old tracks you guys sent. Stuff's killer.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
So, nothing like getting pumped up. Okay, so tell me what is going on with you guys right now. What do you guys have lined up for shows and stuff?
We've got a big CD release party happening on February 11th in Toronto. It's going to be a place called the Hard Luck Bar. We're going to get some really good bands to come out with us. We got a band from Quebec called Culture. Really awesome band, young guys too. We've got another band called Bolero. They're a great band. They're going to be coming out, really good friends of ours. And Burning the Day is also going to be there, and they're going to have a whole new lineup. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do.
Okay, very cool. So where are you guys all from?
We're all from Brampton.
And that is in where?
Sorry, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, just
Okay.
north of Toronto.
Okay. I used to, have you guys ever been to Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario?
Never been, no, but we hear the scene there is pretty good.
The only reason I asked is because I grew up and lived in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, right across the river.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times, a lot of people say it's easier to go through Michigan than to take the Ontario route.
Yeah, probably quicker.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so how long have you guys been together as a band now?
Well, probably about 5 or 6 years now. We've all been playing together.
And how'd you guys all meet up to get this thing rolling?
We basically formed out of 3 or 4 separate bands, and we all became buddies. And then once those bands all broke up for whatever reasons, we got together and decided to get together a new genre of music, and it's really exploded for us.
That's nice. Can you guys go around the room and just introduce yourselves and what your spot in the band is?
Alrighty, I'm Jimmy, and I'm the vocalist.
I'm Ryan, and I'm the lead and rhythm guitar player.
I'm Corey, and I'm the drummer.
I'm Greg, and I'm also a lead and rhythm guitar player.
Okay, so Jimmy, so you do all the vocals then?
Yeah, I do all the harsh vocals, and Greg does all the clean vocals.
Okay, that's the next thing I was gonna ask. I was like, man, you got a range.
No, I'm not that good, bro.
Well, you guys definitely compliment. That's the thing that I really dug about you guys. I really, you can scream and you almost got like a black metal sound, and then the clean vocals come in. I was like, man, these guys shred. That's awesome.
Awesome, man. We're glad you like it.
And yeah, I've been playing you guys on my show, and I've been getting good response and feedback from the listeners. So, I'm not the only one.
Sweet deal. Thank you very much.
Good to hear.
Okay, so where this EP I got, that's what you're releasing, right? Is the EP?
We'll be releasing, actually, it's a full-length album called Glory on the Battlefield. It's 8 tracks long.
Oh, very cool. When that releases, can I get a digital copy of that?
Without a doubt, brother.
Okay, perfect. And just because what I'd like to do, well, I won't be able to do it before I play the interview back, but I'll play what I have. Typically, what I do is when I play the interviews back, and it's one of the reasons I like to record, is because after I play the whole interview back, then I play, whatever your EP, your current album is. I usually play the whole thing back. So.
Alrighty, well, we can get that thing to you today if you'd like.
Yeah, if you can do that, that'd be awesome, because I think we're set to play back just next week.
Alright, without a doubt, man. We'll get that to you.
Okay, very cool. So, how often do you guys get together and practice and jam?
We're actually pretty stringent on that kind of stuff. It's we get together a couple times a week, every Sunday and every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and we've been doing this pretty steadily for the last 5 years. It's like, no matter what, you're coming. Like, you better be sick in bed and throwing up if you're not coming in.
That's awesome. So you guys are all the original then?
Yeah, pretty much. And we've had like a real Spinal Tap situation with bass players, but we seem to have settled on this guy named Blake, and he's really cool, really professional, and he can really handle himself well.
That's awesome. It's great that you guys have been able to keep that strict regimen of practice and keep everybody together and and still have the same group of guys.
Yeah, man. It's not easy, but we do it.
I talked to a lot of bands that, God, they go through a dozen people in their bands.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely, it's definitely a pain when you have to replace a member and you have to essentially teach them the entire catalog, and there's downtime with that type of stuff as well. But you just gotta always like focus on the goal. You just gotta keep your head straight and just keep moving forward.
Very cool. So, what's the music scene like where you guys are at? Is there a lot of opportunity?
Well, in the Toronto area, it's very thin. Pretty much the only good shows you're gonna get is when the big bands roll into town. The local scene's kind of dying out. It's been going that way for the last little bit, especially like in our local town. The scene's pretty much dead. Not a lot of kids are into metal. It's very few and far between. So it's kind of a struggle. We finally have to go out to other towns outside the GTA and just hope for the best kind of turnout.
Have you guys done any shows in the States?
No, not yet. We haven't had the chance to go there, but we have gone on a couple Ontario tours, as well as we've played out of the province as well.
Okay, excellent. Well, if you ever come to Michigan, let me know.
Oh, without a doubt, man.
We will.
So, so when you guys are let me back up. What's your creative process for creating an album? Is there like one person that kind of does all the writing, or is it more a collaborative effort? How do you guys do that?
It's pretty collaborative. I mean, me and Greg usually write most of the songs with some input from Corey, and it is really collaborative. Like, we like to jam out the songs a lot and get everybody's input on it, just to really get like the feel of the whole band, and it's not just one person doing everything.
It can be a really long process to get a song together.
Yeah.
So this album you're getting ready to release, how long did it take you from beginning to end to do that?
Well, there's songs on that we've had for several years. I mean, it's been a really long process just getting everything in place to get to the point where we were ready to record the full album, and then the recording process took quite a while. So it's been 3 or 4 years, I think, overall, to get this thing actually finished. We've had a few problems again with bass players and stuff that really had some setbacks, but we're really getting on track now. So.
Okay, and where'd you guys record it at?
We recorded the album at a place called Shatterpoint Studios in Brampton, and then we had it mixed by Silverwing Studios in Montreal,
Okay.
Quebec.
Nice. Oh, one thing I forgot to say is, I want to thank you guys. I don't even remember how I came across you guys. I think I found you on Facebook or something.
Right on.
And I was listening to you guys, and I was like, man, these guys are awesome. And then, so thanks for responding to my email and taking the time to talk.
Thanks for having us, dude. Anytime.
So what got you guys all into music? What are your influences?
Well, it's Greg here. My first influences were Ozzy, Zakk Wylde, stuff like that. And then I started getting into more power metal stuff, like Stradivarius, Hammerfall, and all that stuff. And we all have different influences.
Corey, mainly my first started off listening to some old Metallica, Maiden, slowly got into the more power metal, like Freedom Call, and then some black metal, and just all kinds of different extreme genres,
Yeah, this is Ryan. Pretty much the same. Like, I got into Metallica like when I was really young, and Megadeth, and then like Iron Maiden was a huge influence, and then started like a lot of power metal stuff like Gamma Ray and Halloween, and then a bit later like Children of Bodom, Arch Enemy, and like more melodic death metal kind of stuff. It was a really, really big influence on me.
And it's Jimmy here. I originally started listening to classic rock music, and then I remember when I was about 13 or so, a buddy came over, and he brought over Metallica's Master of Puppets, and ever since then it's been pretty predominantly metal. I listened to Metallica, and the same as these guys, like Slayer, Iron Maiden, all those bands, until I was about 16 or 17, and then I started listening to the European scene, like bands like In Flames, Stradivarius, and Nocturnal Rites, and stuff like that, Blind Guardian. And then once I heard that, it pretty much never turned back.
Very cool. I know the first time I heard Megadeth and the first time I heard Metallica, that was it. I was hooked. I'm like, metal it is.
Yeah, they kind of have that effect on you.
So what sets you guys? I mean, I know what the answer to this question, but I want you to say it. What sets you guys apart from other bands? Why should people, buy this album coming out? Why should people listen to you guys?
I really think we bring something different to the table than any other bands really tried to do in the past. There's other bands that have that more heavy melodic feel to it, but I think that we just blend power metal music with the death metal vocals in a way that no other band's been able to accomplish, I guess, in the past, or even really tried to attempt to do. And we also put a very extreme feel on it. What really brought us together was Dragon Force when they first came out. And I think that we want that really fast, extreme feel to our music on top of just overall power death metal feel as well.
Yeah, and you know what? I can hear you mentioned Dragon Force. I was listening to Beyond the Mountain Wasteland, and the beginning, and I was like, I felt a little Dragon Force-ishness there. I was like, this is good.
Right on. I'll totally take that as a compliment.
I think, yeah. I mean, you guys can play. And I'm not blowing smoke. You guys can play. It's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Okay. How did you guys name the band? How the name Crimson Shadows come to be?
It really came of nothing. We were just thinking of a cool name one day, and Crimson came up.
We had a whole list of just different band names. We were trying to figure out which one we all liked.
It was a total homework project for like 2 weeks. One of the first songs we wrote was Death Power Glory, and for the longest time we just called it like Death Power Practice all the time. We're just like, yeah, DP practice, whatever.
Yeah, because Jimmy was in a death metal band, and the rest of us were in a power metal band, so it was Death Power.
And then eventually it was just kind of like, after jamming for maybe about 3 or 4 months, it's like, we really got to get on this band name thing. And it kind of just became like a homework project for a couple of weeks. And it's funny that when you actually really sit down and try and decide what your band name is, you realize that a lot of the time you start coming up with songs that you've listened to, and you just start using song titles, and you're like, no, that's a Testament song. You can't use that.
Okay.
But eventually, I guess we just wrote it all down on a piece of paper, and we just kind of settled on like maybe 5 or 10 names, and that was the one that we all liked.
Nice. So one of the questions, and I can't see it, so this is a hard question for me to ask, but I still want to ask. I don't know what the artwork on your cover, your album looks like, but how did you guys design whatever's there?
The name of the album was Glory on the Battlefield. So we wanted to essentially just do that. We wanted to have like kind of it's like the scene in the second Lord of the Rings movie where they kind of have like 2 armies on the top of opposite hilltops, and then the sun rises, and then both of them clash down like towards the valley. You have like your army of light and your army of dark. We've got there are dragons fighting in it. There's like mages hurling spells off of hilltops at people below, and there's like soldiers flying through the air. It's just essentially just a giant epic battle scene, and that's a lot of the times a lot of the stuff we sing about is in the very traditional power metal genre of just glory, epic, honor, all that type of stuff.
Nice. Well, I can't wait to see the cover now. You really got me interested.
Awesome, man.
Wait till you see the insert.
So that's that. Where can so this album's coming up to re-release. Where will people be able to purchase it?
You'll be able to purchase it online on if you can even go to our Facebook page. We have a Big Cartel account, so we do have an online merch store that we'll be able to ship internationally. So you can purchase it there, and we also have a few distribution deals that are in the works. Can't mention anything yet, but hopefully you'll be able to find it in stores soon.
Well, that will be cool. Well, if you once it hits stores, make sure you let me know where it's at so we can promote that too.
Sweet, man. Thank you very much. So
if I was to, this question goes to everybody in the band. If I was to grab your MP3 player, your iPod, or whatever you're listening to, what would I find you listening to right now?
This is Jimmy here. It's funny. My iPod is actually pretty much loaded with guilty pleasures that I don't play in public a lot of the time. It's like that type of stuff where, like, if you look at my CD collection, it's pretty traditional. But if you look at my iPod, you're probably gonna find a lot of classic rock, like lots of Led Zeppelin and like the Beatles, Rush, and stuff like that. I try and keep my musical taste really varied so I can grab influences from different genres and then try and put them into the band.
This is Ryan. I've listened to a lot of like Blind Guardian, the new Tier album. I've been listening to a lot. The one band we're actually getting to come out to our show, Coulter. I've been listening to them a shitload. They're fucking amazing.
It's Corey. I'm a huge fan of Flesh God Apocalypse. I've been listening to them non-stop ever since I got their new album, as well as Coulter, the band from Quebec. They're fucking amazing. Like Ryan said, like I can't stop listening to that. And usually just like some traditional power metal, some Dragon Force is always on play. So
This is Greg. I'm pretty diverse in what I listen to as far as the rock genre goes. I'll go anywhere from Cannibal Corpse to Steve Miller Band. Really, I have a lot of Dragon Force. I'm a massive Rush fan, and I have a lot of classic metal like Priest, Maiden, stuff like that. And bands like Kim Mitchell and all that, just good time rock songs, and I can take influence from anything basically.
Very cool. Very cool. And one of the things that kind of drew me to you guys is I'm a huge power metal fan, and I listen to a lot of power metal from Germany and stuff. And you guys had, I've been getting a lot of submissions from bands like that. When I heard you guys kind of reminded me of that. And then to find out you were from Canada, I was like, whoa, finally some power metal from my continent. This is awesome.
Yeah, we definitely take a heavy influence from Europe power metal bands.
They, like one of the bands I've been listening to a lot is Powerwolf. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
I haven't personally. No, I haven't heard of them.
So, but I love the music scene in the States is great, but there's so many bands that all sound the same, and it's just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to filter through it. It's funny. Like I always this is Jimmy. I'll fluctuate in between different genres. You kind of just we'll get into European power metal for a couple months. That's all you listen to, and then you kind of just move on. And then suddenly you'll move to the Swedish scene of melodic death metal and get into that. So I find it's always good to, as long as you have a variety, you pretty much won't get sick of anything.
Well, and when I talk to bands, I love to hear from bands that they have wide ranges of musical taste, because I think it really complements and helps you with your music. I can't stand it when people are stuck in like one genre of style of music. It's like, how could you be that boring?
I know, man. Totally. It's just kind of one of those things that when I talk to people who are like that, I'm like, I don't get it. I can't relate to people like that. I don't know what to say to them.
I say goodbye.
That's good. It's always good to be polite.
I think in metal today, if you don't bring something new to the table, you're just the same old shitty band standing in one spot playing the same old fucking death metal shit. So you got to bring something new.
Yep, exactly. So what do you guys do to relax when you're not involved? Spending all your time in this music thing. What do you guys like to do just to chill out?
Drinking beer is pretty good.
That usually works. Yes.
Yeah, mostly we just sit back, relax, drink some beers, have a good time. I mean, that's pretty much how this band was part of how we started, just partying together and just having fun.
drinking with other bands in the scene and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing how far a drunken idea 6 years ago has come.
Well, that reminds me. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you guys at a show?
Oh, I fell off the stage a few times.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely just fallen backwards into a drum kit and knocked the entire thing over.
Just destroyed it.
Yeah.
Opening for Fintroll.
Yeah, I tripped on a mic cable and I pulled the mic up to go scream into it. I didn't realize I was standing on the cable, and I just essentially took my own legs out from underneath me and just went flying.
we all have the incidences where we get our hair caught in our guitars and bash each other in the face, and there's embarrassing moments here and there, but it pretty much all goes smoothly.
There was that one time at that Toronto show that girl just randomly jumped on stage and just started dancing.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
That was good.
That was really bizarre. She just essentially just started stripping in the middle of the show, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
Absolutely.
That's cool. You can stand right over here.
You didn't kick her off stage? Holy.
No, that's cool, man. No, you got a band, you got boobs. I mean, what else do you need at a show?
Yeah, we love our women.
We love our tits.
Okay, anything else that you want to tell the world? Everybody, my listeners are going to listen to this. Anything else you want to tell that we haven't talked about? Anything we missed?
Well, we just wanted to tell the world that we're a brand new band with a brand new idea, and I hope that everyone starts loving it, because we're not the same old shitty band. We're going to come out with harder and faster and more difficult things to play, and we're a new genre or subgenre, and it can be very interesting for people to listen to.
Yeah, it's really good to be to play with people who share like the same vision as you, because like you're constantly pushing each other to always get better, because somebody will come in and play a ridiculous part and you're just like, shit, now I got to step my game up.
Yeah.
Have you ever been stuck? Have you ever, lined up a show and the other bands you're lined up with are like a completely different style than you guys?
Well, last night we played in Barrie, Ontario, and there was basically a soft rock.
Like an emo band, like essentially like Dashboard Confessional opened for us, and then like it was like the next band was like a mix of like new metal and like hardcore, so it was like Mudvayne meets, God, I don't know, like Killswitch Engage or something like that. And then it was us.
That's probably the biggest struggle we have with playing any kind of show, whether it be local or out of province, is no one knows who to put us with.
Right.
So the Dragon Force show was probably the best fitting we ever had, and we got a really good response at that show.
So you guys actually got to play with them?
Yeah, we opened for them last October for their first North American show back. They were promoting their new singer, and they were supposed to play a show in LA, and their singer was sick, so they had to cancel the show. And then it turned out that the show that we were opening up for them for was their first North American show with their new singer. So it was really cool. A lot of people came out and saw it. And then people had heard of us online, like through the flyers and stuff like that. But, I mean, you can only promote so much through Facebook or whatever like that. So when we got to the show, people really liked us. It was a really humbling experience. It was awesome. It kind of just, like, solidifies and lets you know that you're doing the right thing.
Well, that's very cool. That had been an amazing show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's highlight so far.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm pretty much out of questions. I just have one last thing to ask. If you guys can make a couple radio tags for me.
Sure.
Yeah, man, without a doubt. Whatever you need.
Okay, so let's start with the first one, and you guys can do this however you want. You can all in sync do it together. Did I just say in sync? I did not mean the band, by the way.
I didn't hear it, man. It's all good. I didn't hear it.
So you guys can do it together, and just say, this is Crimson Shadows, and you're listening to DJ R.E.M. at metalheadradio.com. And I'm ready when you are.
Alrighty. This is Crimson Shadows, and you're listening to DJ R.E.M. on Metalhead Radio. Damn it! Too much.
That's awesome. That's good. I love it. Okay, I'll give you a chance to do it again, though.
Okay. Metalhead Radio.
Okay, hold on. Actually, if you want to do me a favor, can you write like the line you want us to say in the chat window at the bottom, and then we'll just kind of like read from the prompter?
Yeah, perfect.
Sweet. Technology is awesome. Fucking smart.
Use your brain.
Boom. There it is.
Bing, bing, boom, hamburger time.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Definitely. Okay. All right, so you start your here, and then we'll all just come in with that. Oh, hey there! This is Crimson Shadows, and you're listening to DJ R.E.M. at metalheadradio.com.
Oh, that was awesome. Very cool. Okay, one more, but this time you're gonna say everything, but leave out the listening to DJ R.E.M. part. So just a general station tag.
Oh, this is Crimson Shadows, and you're listening to metalheadradio.com?
Yep, because that one I'll send all the DJs, and they can play it before they play your tunes.
Sweet deal. Still do oh hey there? You want to still do an oh hey there. Oh, hey there! This is Crimson Shadows, and you're listening to metalheadradio.com!
Awesome. Awesome. You know, I just had a thought. I need you to do one more, but somehow I would love it if you guys would throw the whole A in there.
Oh, this is Crimson Shadows, eh?
Yeah.
Perfect. Just like that.
Okay. With oh hey there?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh hey there! This is Crimson Shadows, eh? And you're listening to metalheadradio.com!
Oh, that's so cool. Thanks, guys.
Right on.
Well, you know, I mentioned earlier that, you know, I grew up in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, on the border with Sioux, Ontario. And when I first moved downstate, everybody thought I was from Canada because I said A, and I talked like you guys. I had the same accent.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
No?
No, it's good, man. Everybody just thinks you're super polite, and as long as you bring donuts, no one cares.
That's right.
Back bacon and a toque. That's all you need.
Yep.
Finally, somebody else that knows what a toque is.
And the Chesterfield is a couch.
People at work, I'll say, yeah, I didn't wear my toque today, and they're like, what are you talking about?
What kind of fabric do they wear on their head when it's cold?
Oh, you know, one last thing. I want to also thank Scott Wallace, who made the flyer for the show. So I just want to thank him because he makes killer flyers for all my interviews. So I hope you guys liked it.
Yeah, man, that was totally sick. That was actually something we were talking about last night. I'm like, did you see the ad for that radio thing we're doing tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, man, that thing's sick. Shit.
Yeah, he's kick-ass with the graphics, so definitely.
Sweet deal. Hold on to that guy. He's good at what he does.
Yeah, well, he's a co-owner of the station, so I don't have to worry about him going anywhere.
That's surprising how that works out.
Yep, exactly. Okay, guys, well, thanks again for taking the time to talk, and I look forward to that album you're going to send me.
Oh, no problem. Thanks a lot, Rem. We really appreciate it, man.
Anytime.
Okay, guys, well, good luck with the release, and I wish you guys nothing but the best in the future, okay?
Awesome. Thanks. Same to you, brother. Best of luck on the radio show, dude.
All right, thanks, man. Take care, guys.
You too.
Peace.